Hi Gemini, this is your November 2021 spiritual reading. I've been saying this in all the videos, but this is my favorite tarot reading to read for. They're very important to me, and I feel like they're very powerful messages that come through, so they might be a little bit longer than normal videos. If you guys, don't like long videos, then you might not enjoy this, but I do feel like there's more meaningful messages in these readings than any others. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. And I'm a Gemini myself, so I know my attention span isn't the greatest. So if you want to pause it and then come back to it, that's fine too. All right, Gemini. Okay. We have the Crone. The Cave. Oh, that is too many. We have the Forest. The Temple, and I want to do one more. We have the Vision. Bottom of the deck, we have the Nectar, the Gem, and the Dead End. Very interesting. So it seems like you guys are, we are in Scorpio season. And it does feel like you guys are right now experiencing a little bit of that energy where you guys might be seeing a lot of ravens, maybe in your dreams or outside. You've just been noticing them more. It's been standing out to you, and it feels to me, I don't think you're embodying this crone energy. I feel like someone is trying to send you a message spiritually. Now, this could be your higher self. This could be a loved one that has passed. Or this could be someone that you really admire. They could be a famous philosopher or scientist, whatever it is. It's like their energy is trying to show you something and tell you something through symbols. So again, being a Gemini, when you guys, we love reading, right? Learning something, but sometimes it can be very surface level. Whereas I feel like this message that wants to come through is which is interesting how I was saying in the beginning, this is gonna be longer. It's gonna require you to go a lot deeper. So if you guys have a lot of Scorpio in your chart, you're already familiar with that energy. But if you have more light energies, this is going to be kind of out of your comfort zone. But it's very important right now. If you're able to go within, you're able to open your third eye, connect to the darkness, connect to the spiritual realms, the unseen, the unknown, because there's a very important message that's waiting for you guys. Let's see. Let's try to get a little bit more on that. We have Love, number 10. And Loyalty, number 33. You guys could be saying 3-3 a lot. We have 333. Interesting. We'll do one more. And Movement. Okay, so we have the fledgling on the bottom here. While this is a spiritual reading for you guys, but sometimes, all aspects of our lives are connected. And for you guys, I think actually a big part of your spiritual journey right now is somehow connected to love. Now, this could go two ways for you guys. One, there is someone in your life right now where you feel a very strong connection to. And you guys, I do feel like there's a deep spiritual connection here, but that doesn't mean that your person is, is aligned with their higher self, and if someone is still in their shadow, even though you guys have a strong spiritual connection, it's not going to work out because their ego gets in the way. And I feel like for some of you, someone that you are investing a lot in, I feel like the reason that Spirit really wants to communicate this with you is because you're giving too much of yourself to this person. It could be you're spending a lot of money on them, giving them your energy, giving them a place to stay, trying to going out of your way for this person. And I feel like they're not being as loyal to you. They're not being honest with you. They're not who they want you to think they are is not who they actually are. And so I feel like if you were to pay attention to these messages that are coming through, they're trying to lead you away from this person. This feels like one of those people who is very good at playing a role and convincing everyone they're this sort of great, honorable, loyal, honest person, whereas they have like an entirely different world that no one knows about. And I feel like it's pretty important for you guys to connect right now, meditate, slow down, look for the synchronicities, because it feels like it's kind of vital for you guys to move away from this person. It's their Spirit is trying to protect you. I don't know in what way, but there's something, I don't want to say dangerous because I don't want to scare you. It's not like they're going to physically hurt you, but it's like they're going to leave you empty and feeling very, very drained and used. So it's in your best interest to be able to move away from them right now. And again, with Scorpio season, it's like everything that people try to hide or keep in the dark comes to light. And I feel like that is what is happening in this connection that you have. Now, if you're not in a connection right now, this could be that Spirit is trying to actually lead you to a romantic partner or a relationship or just some sort of love. It doesn't even have to be just romantic. It could be a very important friend that you're meant to have, someone that's going to play a big role in your life in this next cycle, and you guys are destined to come together. And Spirit is trying to lead you to this person and kind of show you the blueprint of your connection, what the purpose is, what you guys are destined to achieve with one another. I didn't do this for other readings, but I kind of want to dig deeper just so you guys, we have the Tower, Six of Wands, and the Lovers. Okay, so love, definitely this has to do with love for you guys. Again, for some of you, the message is trying to lead you away from a person, is trying to save you from this Tower moment that you're going to experience if you keep staying in this connection. And for those of you who aren't in a connection, Spirit is leading you to a connection where, again, it doesn't have to be romantic, but you guys play a very important role in each other's lives. Maybe you and this person, end up working together, or they introduce you to someone that aligns you with your destiny. If you guys are meant to be famous, if you guys are meant to be in the spotlight, this person somehow is the key to that, or they lead you down the path to get to that point in your life. Again, it's completely different. So whether you're in a connection or you're not, that's the gist of the message that wants to come through to you. But it's gonna be a lot more specific, and if Spirit is directly trying to communicate with you, you're better off connecting and listening to that. This is just general of like what it has to do with. Like for example, if you're being led away from someone, it might be different. The reason might be different for all of you. But yeah, something that a connection you're in is hiding from you is going to come to light. And for others of you, you're being led to a very important connection. Okay, bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Wands. And I kind of do feel like time is very important here. Like there isn't much time. So like that's why the message is so urgent. Like you have to get there. Do it now. It seems more urgent. So keep that in mind. All right, and then we have the Forest and the Temple and the Vision. Okay. So it feels like you guys are all, whether it has to do with this situation or not, you're going to experience, or you are experiencing, a completely new world in a way, which can be scary because you're stepping into the unknown. It's like if you normally live in a city, imagine being thrown in the middle of the forest, and it gets dark, there are no lights around you. How do you survive? That's the kind of situation that you guys might be experiencing right now. It doesn't have to be physical. It could be mental as well. It's like normally your mind, it's pretty ordered. You're balanced, you're able to focus on what you want, but it's like it feels like there's going to be like darkness and you're going to be thrown into the underworld in a way, or your subconscious mind, where you're meant to find your home in the unknown. You're meant to connect with a part of yourself and a part of life that you haven't really connected with. Because it's not the main energy. Like in your natal chart, you might not have a lot of water. So you never had to swim deep in the ocean. You were always on the surface. But there's something throwing you into the deep end. And it's because you're meant to find your center and your peace. And the lesson that you're meant to be learning here is that no matter what is happening around you, no matter how dark it is, no matter how confusing, how chaotic things are, you can always remain centered. In your temple, it's like your temple isn't just your body, it's your mind, it's your energy, being able to control your energy. And for some of you, this, in this forest, the forest itself is dark, but then the sky is so light and vibrant, and there are birds flying above, and the temple here is pointing up. So it feels like no matter how chaotic things get, if you're able to direct your energy to a point where you're able to look at it from a divine perspective, from a higher perspective, you're able to see the divine order in this chaos. Again, I have to clarify for you guys to see what specifically, whereas with the other two readings that I've done so far, I didn't have to do a lot of clarifying. We have reminder number 28. Individuality number 47. It feels like some of you, we have denial on the bottom here. Some of you are a little bit out of alignment with yourself and with your soul. And every time I think of it, like everyone has this light, right? This fire that burns, and the further you get from that fire, the darker it gets, the colder it gets. And in my opinion, that's the reason for a majority of chronic anxieties and depressions. It's not, it's not gonna, a pill isn't gonna fix it. It's just gonna numb you and, make you feel nothing in the darkness. Whereas the fear that you experience, the anxiety, even though nothing is happening around you, is because it's like a signal, a radar going off in your mind, telling you like, hey, you're getting too far from your light, you're getting too far, you're moving too far away from what you're destined to do in this lifetime. And I feel like that's what a lot of you could be experiencing, like this force, this darkness that you're experiencing. It might be like literally everything around you is so calm, like nothing is going wrong. Logically, it doesn't make sense why you're suddenly so anxious and uncomfortable and just chaotic. You know, it's like, why does it feel so chaotic when everything's fine? And it's not your intuition. It's, again, it just feels like this alarm going off telling you like you're moving too far away, you know? And a lot of times when people move really far away, life has a way of throwing you back on track. Like it has to. You can't go past a certain length, you know, from your fire. But for you guys, I don't think you've gone that far, but I do feel like you've started recently, or in your recent past, you've gone down this new direction. You've headed down this new path that you just isn't destined for you and isn't meant for you. And a lot of times it might feel easy, like this is something you're good at. But remember, like if you look at your north and south node, your south node is, you come into this world good at that. You are born with those tools, with those gifts, right? And so you're not meant to continue working with them. You're meant to go into the unknown, do literally the opposite of your south node, not what feels comfortable, but what is new to you. And your north node always excites you, and it's something that draws you to it. But a lot of people get scared because they have no idea. They've never dealt with that. It's literally, it feels like the opposite of what feels normal to them. But that's the path you're meant to be walking. And for some of you, it could be that you're doing something because everyone expects you to. Whereas your truth, if you were to stay fully aligned and walk your own path, it seems like your life would be very out of the box. But if you're born into a family and you're surrounded by people who don't honor individuality and they want you to be like everyone else, have that 9-to-5 job, do something that society will respect you for, whatever, you're gonna lose yourself, you know? And I feel like this chaos that you might be experiencing internally, you know, is just trying to like remind you and show you that, hey, you're moving too far away, and your happiness and your strength and your power and your divinity lies with your fire. So if you're following everyone else, you're moving away from your truth and your higher self and the God within you. So yeah, just know that if you ever find yourself in a situation where really nothing's going wrong, everything's fine, everyone's healthy, everything is stable, but you just feel so anxious and like you're scared, even though nothing is scary around you. That is what this is. It's just a warning. Let's see. We have the star. Yeah, it's like your higher self calling you back, your fire, your light calling to you. Even though it's like what you're experiencing is anxiety and depression, it's out of love, you know, to help you get back to your light, to help you find yourself again, to align yourself again and not sell yourself out to a life and to, you know, to a path that just isn't destined for you, isn't going to serve you. We have vision here, and in a way, it feels like everything you're experiencing now, all of this, it's almost like in a way it was meant to happen to help you see where you're meant to be in this life and to help you really understand who you are and what you desire. Because if, it's only when you move, it's only through sadness that you are able to truly understand happiness and appreciate it. And I feel like for you, you had to move away from your destiny and your fire and your life force in order to never give up on it again. It's like to really appreciate it and understand the power of staying true to yourself. And you'll always once you find your way back, you'll never let it go. You will always fight for yourself. And it feels like you'll also help other people who also maybe don't fit into society, what society considers normal. You'll help them not lose themselves in the process and not give in. And you'll show them and be someone they can look up to, of like, hey, he or she went on their own path, a path that barely anyone walks on, and look how successful they are, look how happy they are. No one thought that what they were going to do, the path they were going to take, will lead to success, but they're more abundant and happy than anyone else that I've met. Your life, your experiences are going to be like a guide for people. You're going to help people stay true to themselves, because you went off of track and you found they're going to learn from your mistakes in a way. But yeah, most importantly, this process is going to help you never give up on yourself again, and never sell yourself out for anyone or anything. Like, you don't care if people respect you or not. You don't care what people think. It's, like, hey, this is where my abundance lies, my happiness, my joy, my connection to the divine. Why would I ever let this go for what, people's egos think? They're projecting onto you. Their shadow is speaking to you. Why would you give into that? It's like, you're gonna really appreciate yourself and your path after this situation, after you're able to find your way back. All right, let's see. For Gemini, let's see if there's anything else. Oh my gosh, your cards are it's like there's so many messages that want to come out. And so I highly encourage you guys, like, right now is a great time for you to, do some dream work, because that's the direct connection, how you directly communicate with your subconscious mind. And that's, where your higher self resides. That's where your truth resides. And so great time for you guys to do some dream work. A lot of messages want to come through to you guys. I feel like I could be doing your reading for hours if I were to really get into specifics, but we have assessing, number 9. And again, it's something about everything you're going through now. Its purpose is so once you get out of it, you're able to reflect on it. And again, that's what's going to lead you to this vision. It's like, you're going to see, okay, so I went through all of this. This is why everything happened, only to get me back to this point. And here too, like, you can see she's looking towards something. And I feel like for you guys, this isn't it's important for you guys. If there's one thing you take away from this reading, is if you are in that darkness right now, to just look around you and try to find your light again. Like, when in your life did it feel, did you feel aligned and hopeful and peaceful and protected? That's where your light is. Move back towards that direction. Find yourself again. And again, the universe is really trying to help you here. Like, they're going to be sending you messages left and right. they're going to be showing you the path, just as long as you choose to listen. Yeah, you're gonna be led back. All right, Gemini, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys next time.